God, this vet is so nice.
So he finally said, do what you got to do. But you know, it seems to me we should be able to rebuild this.
Oh my God. Was this a 56?
This is 62.
Oh, I didn't see the front, yeah. Double lights, huh?
Wow. That's pretty cool.
It's pretty damn nice. 327?
So you had to dismount the generator to get access? Yeah.
God, that looks nice. Wow, we got the C6. Z06 up here, getting worked on. Mostly stock. And of course another mid-year up here getting worked on. And there's the ZR1 right there. I'm gonna come around the front. We have another Z06, C6 Z06. God, those brakes are nice. 4-piston calipers, which I know are pretty normal nowadays, but that was the shiz back then. And here's a ZR1 C4. And I could tell by looking at this is definitely pre 92, 93, because it has the cheese grater wheels. Probably a 91. Pretty sick. Piece of history. There's the rear end on that ZR1. Of course, the badging. Beautiful car. And of course, another mid-year. God, I love these cars. This design, just the styling of this car is iconic. I can't even tell you how nice this is. Seeing this up close. I love how the deck is sideways. That is just brilliant. Not only just for practicality and resourcefulness, it just looks so cool. I love the shape of the dash on both sides. This is really something. And as you can see, you can get a hardtop on here, but this is a convertible. But you know, the advantage of having the hardtop is you can drive this in the winter without any leaks. Also, it just creates a lot more structural rigidity to have a hard roof instead of a soft roof. And of course, C7 over there and a C4 here. This looks like a 91. Let me see. Let me look at the back. No, it's not a 91. It's confusing because it's got 91 through 96 wheels, but that's clearly those round tail lights. They can't be anything newer than a 90. Cool. And welcome to the channel. It's race day tomorrow. Getting the car on the trailer, this is always a lot of work, especially when, like I said before, the trailer's just wide enough to accommodate my Corvette. I will zoom in here a little bit and you'll see just how close that is on both sides. It's crazy. Yeah. So I'm gonna get my woman to guide me on here, and I'm pretty excited. It's the Larry Park Memorial. Right, so Larry Park Memorial. That's a really exciting autocross because if you are familiar with Larry Park, he was the guy that designed high-speed autocrosses. In fact, he was the guy that started American Autocross Series, and it was April 12th, 1991. Now, I didn't realize it was in 1991. You know, for somebody who's my age, who's 52, it doesn't seem that long ago because I was in college. It's interesting. I thought that for some reason it was further back than that he started it. But, you know, doing the research, I realized it's actually not that long ago. It was in the 90s at least. And, you know, he always raced mid-year Corvettes, like 63s through 67s. He loved big blocks. He really was a good racer, and I think the real gift he had was he could build a car to a class and really push the envelope and yet still stay inside the the boundaries of the rules. And yeah, and he hated what he called shitbox courses, where, like, especially in SCCA, you see a lot of this where the courses are like really tight and not the best thing for a Corvette to get through. So he designed high-speed autocrosses, and the Larry Park Memorial is definitely like an homage to the man and everything he represented. And tomorrow is going to be a high-speed autocross. Most likely it's going to be a third gear autocross, which means close to 100 miles an hour on an autocross. That's not a normal thing if you're not familiar with autocross. Usually autocrosses, you know, they're second gear at best. And in many cases with Corvettes, especially if you have like a C6 Z06 that's geared really tall in first gear, you might do the whole course in first gear in a lot of autocrosses. But in the Larry Park, it's not like that. You're going to be going up a few gears. So it's exciting. It's high speed. It almost feels like a road course. And I'm really looking forward to this tomorrow. I look forward to this every year. And the other thing that's great is the heat spell finally broke in Northern California. It's supposed to only be 82 or 84 tomorrow at Crow's Landing, Patterson, which is a really hot place. It's hotter than Tracy. And yet it's only going to be 82 or 84 degrees. That's crazy. Usually this time of year, it's anywhere from 100 to 110. And it's, you know, that's really hard on us, the humans, but also on the cars themselves when you're in that heat. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. And hopefully I'll have some good footage for you tomorrow. I'm going to experiment a little bit. I'm going to put the camera inside the car, not just outside the car, so you have a little more perspective of what it looks like from the driver's position. We'll see how that turns out. I'm anticipating a little bit of glare at times through the windshield, but I think in most cases it's going to look pretty good. I did a few test shots on the street, so I liked it. I'm going to run with it, and we'll see. You know, let me know in the comments section if you like that camera position better. I still think on the top of the windshield is really good. It's just like, it's like you're right there with the driver looking at the camera, looking at the footage. It's pretty amazing. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Later. American Autocross Series, welcome to the channel, everyone. Really excited, Larry Park Memorial. The course, of course, looks like a lot of fun. High speed, I'm excited. And we have another hour before we can do the registration, so just getting the car off the trailer in a minute, which is much easier than getting it on. Anyway, we got in one shot this time. My baby's getting really good. All right, so I'm gonna have some good footage for you, and see you in a minute. Okay. So that one's running too much on the inside. Need more negative camber. Yeah, it feels all right. Yeah.
This one needs to get probably a little bit more air, and then I think it needs add some
Positive camber?
Yeah, it's got to get flat
Okay.
across the way, and it's so hot.
All right. So this one up front needs more negative. That means needs more positive in the back. Yeah. All right, here we go. Lap 3. Lap 3. Thank you very much. Fucking shit down, dog. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm just hoping to save and get on a train.
All right, that was a total blast. You know, the Larry Park Memorial, like I said, is always the high-speed autocross of the year. I gotta say, all of them are pretty quick. I mean, I'm at least in second gear. Now, this one wasn't quite as high speed as I thought it was gonna be, but I gotta say, it was a lot of fun. It was challenging, but not so challenging that it took away from the fun of it. I probably learned the course by my second lap, which is really good because last year when I was doing it, it would take me 3 or 4 laps to figure it out. And one of them, I had 5 laps and I didn't figure it out. So definitely getting back into the my skill set. I can feel it. But it was really, really a lot of fun. Wasn't quite as fast as years past, like in the mid-2000s. I remember when Jesus was running the whole thing, there were times where I believe I was in fourth gear, full throttle. So they didn't do that this time. But, you know, they really didn't need to do it because the slaloms were pretty high speed. I mean, there were times I was full throttle in second through a lot of the through a lot of the slaloms. Tight sweepers you had to go through and slow it down. You know, working the course, it's an advantage, I think, to work the course before you run. I worked in run group 3 and ran in run group 4, and just being out there with some of the other course workers, one of the guys I was working with in Station 4, we both agreed that the sweeper, which was in Station 4, some of the guys early on were taking it too wide, and it was really slowing them down because they were just drifting way too much. In racing, you don't want to spend too much time drifting. I know it looks really cool, but you just want to drift a little bit to the apex. That's it. And definitely noticed that on some of those sweepers, you had to come in really tight. There was, however, the last sweeper you go through, which was, you know, was a little bit faster than the one in Station 4, but you definitely had to get the line correct because that's the most important thing. When you come out of that line, there was the straightaway, and on my first lap, I tried to take that all the way in second gear, and I bumped the rev limiter. I probably bumped it about 3/4 of the way down the straightaway. So on my second through my fourth attempt, I got into third gear, and even though I'm only in it briefly, it's like that extra, 30 feet that really helps your time to be in third gear. I stayed off the rev limiter, then I had to quickly get back down into second for that last part of the course. That was a lot of fun. And so definitely it wasn't like a fourth gear over 100+ mile an hour in autocross, but it was definitely at times a full throttle second gear through the slalom course, and then definitely a full throttle second gear into third gear back to second for the last part of the course. And that was a lot of fun, of course. Now what you'll notice is on my first run, I got really sideways before the first slalom, and the main reason why I did, sorry, this fly keeps getting in my face. The reason why I went sideways there, on the first lap, you're always going to have cold tires. They're just not going to grip very well. And I was hoping that I'd be able to get into that slalom at a little quicker speed on my first lap. But the whole car, I literally felt all four wheels start sliding laterally. So that's a really important thing to do. You got to always make sure that you have your tires warm and that they're sticking. And the funny thing is, I got maybe 30% further through the course, and all of a sudden the tires were sticking, they were warm, it was on point. And that's where I took 4 seconds off from my first lap to my second lap, and then I took another 2 seconds off on my third lap. Now, I really tried to put it together on the fourth lap and drive a little bit faster, but I really got out of control on it, hit a bunch of cones, took a few bad lines just because I entered the turns too fast. And that's racing. You want to kind of modulate things and go a little bit faster each time. And I think for me, knowing I only had 4 laps, I couldn't spend the time, increasing incrementally from 3 to 4 because I knew it was my last lap. If I had 5 laps, I would have gone maybe just a little bit faster and figured out what I need to do to go a little bit faster yet. So everything with racing is all about small corrections. Anyway, it was great. It was a great tribute to Larry Park. I did a little interview with Dave in it, so he told us about what Larry meant to him. I was hoping to get more people to interview, but a lot of the older guys that I thought would be good interviews, I didn't see there late in the afternoon because I think they ran in the morning in cams. So next time maybe I can catch him for an interview about Larry Park. But either way, Dave pretty much summed everything up about him, and I mentioned some of the things that he did as a racer that was really impressive. Anyway, let me know what you thought about the camera being in the car as opposed to being outside of the car on the top of the windshield. I felt like it was a little more visceral in terms of the sound. It sounded a lot better. You know, in the other area, I was surprised. I was expecting to see a lot more glare, and I didn't see much glare at all. So I'm actually liking the camera in the car. So let me know in the comment section what you think. And also, if you can like and subscribe, hopefully you're enjoying these videos and this content because I love bringing it to you. All right, peace out. Okay, quick question. Did you know Larry Park?
Yeah.
Were you friends with him? Tell me about him in 10 words or less.
We were just relationships. I
Yeah.
knew a lot of people that worked at his facility.
Yeah, so what did he represent to you? What did he mean to you?
It was a good life taken too soon.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't want to focus on the negative part, just on the positive part when he was alive.
Yeah, he was a good guy.
Yeah?
Good guy.
You had a lot of fun with him racing?
Did a lot for Corvettes.
Yeah.
No, I was like, now I'm too busy with work.
Yeah.
You know.
He was really good at building a car to a class, right? Like he would get the most out of it, you know.
I mean, he'd try, you know. I mean, they didn't do their own alignments either.
Yeah,
so
they came to you for that, huh?
Kind of like Max.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Good shit, man. All right, we signing off. Peace out.